r/askreddit, what's something that never fails to piss you off? And leaving the light on when it was off too. My parents and I went rounds over that for years. Just close the fucking door, how hard is that? I'm 31 and my mom and I still get into it over how ridiculous it was that they couldn't just close the door back. I close the fucking door when I come in and out of her house. Stepping into something wet with socks on. I've stepped into cat vomit with socks, getting ready to go to work in complete darkness at 5 a.m. and it's the worst thing in the world. Well, time to throw the whole foot away. Stepping into dog diarrhea barefoot. Especially if it's cold and wet. People blocking grocery aisles. Fuck off and shop. Same when people stand in walkways like in airports, move TF over to the side while trying to decide if you need a snack or if you need to use the restroom. Getting my head hit. Instant anger no matter what it was. People failing to mention important details when giving me a task, then getting mad when I have trouble understanding what they want me to do. One time sitting on a crowded bus, someone standing turned and the corner of their laptop on their bag went right into my temple pretty hard. I kept my cool and said nothing, but I was in such a shitty mood the rest of the day. People that act like they're the only person who exists in the world. r/I am the main character. People failing to accept ownership of their actions or a problem. You're still mad about that. You hold a grudge too long. People who go into a store and just stop in the door. Or people that get in line behind you at said store and stand way too close. I can't tell you how many times I've intentionally shifted my weight slightly and turned slightly to purposely hit the person behind me with my purse. They usually back off. But seriously, why do they need to stand so close? People who stop like this everywhere there's other people. Walk off to the side, mate. Blatant inconsideration, like just fucking try, just a little bit. Just got your driver's license, huh? Can you ask them to email you the list of tasks, just so I do it correctly? Then if they carp later, you have tangible proof. Littering. People are trashy. And being made to do extra at work to make up for the shit not getting done by co-workers. Then being told I'm not going fast enough / I'm not doing good enough. When people own animals that they shouldn't, don't know how to care for, don't have the time to properly, refuse to train them, etc. Yeah, of course your German Shepherd is chewing off the molding, he's a pack animal that you keep locked up, alone, for like 18 hours out of the day. YESSSS. My daughter's husky ate their couch. Tried to explain the nature of huskies. Got a blank stare. Then they wanted to breed them to make money. This is when I got really angry. Before you buy, learn about the breed. And then don't buy, adopt. Pop-up ads. Oh, what about when you want to read a news story and you have to wait 10 minutes to read because it keeps shifting so that ads can pop up every 4 sentences? Hypocrite / double standards. And they get either defensive and aggressive to you when you call them out on it. People who don't use their signal lights at very important times. People refusing to have a discussion without insults or yelling. It's really rampant these days. Everyone stuck on being right with a lot of emotional drive. Discussions are hard to have. Someone telling me I seem pissed off or stressed. If I'm not, I will be after that comment. Right? It's like when someone tells you to calm down when you aren't even upset. If I wasn't pissed before, then I'm sure as hell pissed now. Smokers littering their buds. Cigarette butts, the #1 most frequently littered article of trash. As a smoker, I can unequivocally say that there is no excuse for littering buds. Just put it out and throw it in the trash. I always see a ton of cig booties like 3 feet from the trash can. Broken yolk when I want to make over easy eggs. The rage I feel, dumping that broken egg into my dog's food bowl, may be what sends me over the edge and lands me on an episode of Snap one day. LMAO. People allowing their children to run wild in any establishment. Especially restaurants. While working at Home Depot, we would allow people to bring dogs in if they were well behaved and on a leash. I had a lady scold me for allowing dogs in the store, while her 4-year-old was pulling stuff off the shelf and dropping it on the floor. I said to her I'd rather have a good dog in here than a horrible child, while looking right at her kid. People who don't use their mirrors for cars behind them. Dinkelberg. People blasting music in public. We don't want to hear your shit music. Get headphones or AirPods. Hand in hand with yelling on a phone using speakerphone in a crowded place. Speakerphone or media blaring in a waiting room. We are all stuck there waiting for something. Stop treating it like your living room. or in a restaurant or any shared public space. Headphones people, get them. OMG for real, and then they act like we're weird for being annoyed by it. Deteriorating quality of goods and services. Big corporations throw away integrity and pride in their product to squeeze out just a few more bucks, even though they were doing well enough before. I wonder how things might be if CEOs were somehow forced to use their own company's products over any kind of competitor or substitute. Of course I can't think of any remotely realistic way to make this happen. That one asshole apartment neighbor who blasts shitty rap music in the middle of the night. I sent a video of my neighbor playing Super Freak by Rick James at 2 a.m. to my apartment office about a month ago. I don't care if you play your music during the day, but when I can hear it in my room, on the opposite side from where our apartment units connect, there's an issue. People not putting their shopping carts away or littering. Holy shit. Also very specific people that drive pristine lifted trucks with 8 billion lumen, 20 sun power light bars on, while tailgating you and blinding you for 5 to 7 business days as your eyes recover from retina scarring. Yeah, I got a nice scratch on my 4Runner because someone couldn't be arsed to walk 15 seconds to the corral. I have seen people leave their carts outside the corral when they are parked next to the corral. That is a boss level commitment to shittiness. When you get out of the shower and immediately have the urge to poop. Really rustles my jimmies. When somebody decides to outrun me and slow down for no reason. I see this a lot with California and Florida drivers. People in general. That my immunoglobulin costs more than $10,000 per month, of which I pay more than $1,000 of each month after my insurance. Loud people. Tailgating, especially at high speeds. Shitty drivers. PPL who stomp on the brake and then signal. Being asked my thoughts and then getting repeatedly interrupted with incorrectly predicted sentence finishes. Parking across 2 or more spaces. Cause my car is so much more valuable than your shit bucket. Obscenely loud cars / motorcycles, nobody thinks you're cool outside of your little circle jerk of car / bike buddies. It's so annoying. You should watch the South Park episode about Harley drivers, you'll love it LOL. As someone who's on the spectrum and is sensitive to sudden loud noises, I concur. Slow internet. People hurting pets. Just pure anger. Drivers who rush to pull out into the road in front of you and then slow down to a crawl when there are no cars behind me for miles. Large vehicles' headlights blinding me from behind at night. Adding, people who turn their signals on the second the light turns green. You knew you were going to turn, why didn't you signal earlier? People walking into my room and not closing the door when it was closed when they walked in.